Ready. Ready. Good.
All right, here we go. Start of round one, and you can argue Merab Dvalishvili right now is the biggest superstar in America in mixed martial arts. He's tracking to be the greatest fighter of all time.
People love Merab. How can you not? He's a guy that loves to fight. And when he's inside the octagon, the fights are fun. Pace.
Shot lands early round one.
I mean, early in the fight, and he already hasn't hurt. Oh my goodness, John. This could be a quick night.
And a left hook. So the world-class TJ Dillashaw, you can't have a conversation about the greatest bantamweights of all time without mentioning the name TJ Dillashaw. Skill for skill, you might be looking at the best fighter in mixed martial arts. Well, when you rock a guy like that, you got to close the show. He was unable to do so. We'll see if he can continue to find the range.
Well, for now, John, he's got to really be thinking, like, what do I have to do to finish this guy? Stay patient. You found it once. The next time, you may be able to get him out of here.
TJ Dillashaw always of clear intention, no wasted motion on the feet.
No wasted motion, eyes always clear, moving forward. Hands may be a little low, but Dillashaw's constantly in motion, so he's hard to get to.
How many times can he just explode before he starts to fatigue himself? Because every time he goes, it's a massive explosion.
Just over 2 minutes to go in round one. Man, there's that body shot again. Defense has got to make some adjustments here.
And if the defense don't get better, at some point you're going to see him start to really show the effects of his body. I love the fighter that makes that investment into the body early to get the dividends later in the fight. Oh, big elbow.
Well, Dillashaw's in a good flow now, DC. He's so confident in his striking, his grappling, and really a guy who enjoys fight night as much as any fighter on this roster. Dvalishvili's eye looks to have been cut open here. Yes, it has.
It's never good to get cut, but right now it's a small one. You don't have to worry about it, but you got to protect it.
45 seconds to go here in round one. Land simultaneously. Final seconds here. Dillashaw's cheek looks like it's cut. Yes, it is starting to bleed a little bit now. Round two next. All right, there's the horn indicating the end of the round. So potentially a big factor here, ladies and gentlemen. The cut on the cheek sustained in that round. So it'd be better to be below than above the eye, but the cut man's got to get in there and close that thing up.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, round two. All right, so as this next round gets underway, hopefully the good action we saw in the last round will continue. Both fighters certainly had their ups and downs. Both got the offense going. But now we'll see if one fighter or the other can really take control. This fight turns, momentum shifting.
Great job changing the momentum. Johnny's better than that. That's what we wanted to see. Now he's got to just keep pushing.
Well, you don't blame him for continuing to badger that cut. Things are getting bloody, champ.
Yeah, you got to be careful now because as it bleeds, you got to worry about the blood going into the eye. Now it's time to start being on high alert.
And the one thing John Wood did give us in the fighter meeting, a more violent training camp for Dvalishvili. Well, you don't want to be too hard on this fighter, but his takedowns are outstanding. Man, I'm not sure how he stayed upright. All of that head kick got through.
He's hurt bad, John. My goodness. He set that up the right way. Landed the head kick. Now we got to see if he can get a finish.
Flawless Willie's doing a nice job protecting the eye with that block. You don't want to absorb any more damage on that cut. Well, no feeling out process tonight. Both fighters invoking damage on the other, DC.
Yeah, we knew this would be very competitive. We knew that this was a tough one.
Looks a lot like the beginning of the end. Oh, man, he's hurt. I am no analyst, but maybe wrestle?
Yeah, he might need to wrestle here. He needs to hope that his opponent gets excited, overthrows, and presents.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, somewhat of a passing of a torch here in the UFC's bantamweight division. Sean O'Malley taking on the former champ TJ Dillashaw. Matchup a lot of fight fans have been salivating over since it was announced.
Yeah, how does Dillashaw deal with the length of O'Malley? How does O'Malley deal with the footwork of TJ Dillashaw? This is a match made in heaven, and we are so lucky that these two are finally coming together.
Well, you'll hear Dillashaw invoke the name Sam Calavita, and that's a guy who has handled his diet, his strength and conditioning. It's amazing to think that TJ Dillashaw ever made 125 pounds. It really speaks to his work ethic. Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready.
All right, back at the O2 Arena here in London, England, and man, are you royalty around these parts. I mean, you can barely make your way to the octagon tonight.
John, oh, stop, John. Oh, stop, John. Please stop. I'm not okay. Okay, maybe in England, they might love you more, DC.
All right, so a nice takedown attempt there and land by the UFC featherweight champion, Alexander Volkanovski.
At one point, Alexander Volkanovski was a 230-pound man. He was massive. So when he gets a hold of these little dudes, he must feel like, wow, this is so unfair to get to compete in this weight class.
Good. Good. Done, let's go.
So here's Donald Cowboy Cerrone, as versatile a finisher as we have on this roster. 16 wins by submission, another 8 by knockout or TKO, and he's really starting to put it all together. Herb Dean always gets a big pop.
Ready to fight? Ready.
Well, styles make fights, and this is the type of challenger that the fans wanted to see against Alex Poatan Pereira, arguably this division's best wrestler.
Yeah, we've got to have, if you're Alex Pereira, what you need to do is get forward on this wrestler. You cannot allow for him to dictate the pace and flow of this fight. You got to make him wrestle off of his heels. It'll make it much easier to defend takedowns.
Awesome, nice boxing chops there from Daniel Cormier. We talk so much about the wrestling. Don't sleep on those hands.
Yeah, but it's because of the wrestling that allows these guys, especially a guy like DC, who's shorter, to manage distance, manage space in the striking room.
Cormier always a picture of focus, of fierceness, and kind of fought with a style as if you were double parked outside. You're ready to go.
Yeah, ready to go right away. Try to get out to these dudes. Hey, John, we signed up for a fight. All that feeling out process does not work for me, and that's why I fought the way I did.
Kind of feeling out process right now. Both guys trying to see exactly how they're going to approach this thing.
I'm glad I got him to cut his hair, though. He had that long hair for a while. I said, this is scarier. This right here, Alex, is scarier. Bald-headed and just a monster. Beautiful jab.
Well, how about that? Got to be an encouraging sign. You're not the better striker on paper. To land a shot like that, pretty good.
That's a massive confidence boost. But you can't fall in love with the hand, because that ultimately could lead to your demise.
Just over 20 total strikes have landed for Daniel Cormier. DC, pretty good for you, man, thus far. Oh, perhaps an overreaction from the booth, but that body shot looked pretty nasty.
John, you can tell that those are starting to do some damage. This dude's better start tucking his elbows.
And now leather being thrown on both sides. Man, that lead hook is on point and potent at that.
Well, it's just a great punch. It's one of his best skills. He's so good at finding that lead hook. And to this point,
quick level change now.
He went single into a high crotch. Oh my God, he switched the lock to a high crotch, rotated him and took him for a ride. That was a big takedown.
10 seconds now in round one. Continues to apply pressure here in half guard. Oh, he got saved by the bell there. He was getting absolutely starched on the ground, grounded and pounded. Thankfully, the horn came at a good time. You see gingerly he gets back to his feet. He'll go back to the stool now for 60 seconds. Now the onus is on his corner to try to keep him in the fight. Well, I'm not sure the extent to which he has recovered, but we do see the end of the round. DC, talk us through the replay.
Well, he's a tough.
Ready to fight? Ready.
All right, round two. Oh, big hook. That'll sting. All right, so the big storyline in this one, his offensive prowess, particularly when it comes to landing those hooks. And I know you like to play Tony Romo. You think he goes back to it here?
I am almost certain that he's going to go back to that specific punch because it's landed every time he's thrown it. And as the fight has gone on, it is landing with more force, and his opponent is starting to wear down. So I will not be...
Oh, my goodness. Confidence is high. I repeat, confidence is high. I'm not sure he's ever fought more on instinct in the octagon than what we're seeing here tonight.
You can see that he has a clear mind. He's not thinking anymore. The instinct has taken over, and it's allowed for him to charge out ahead of his opponent.
All right, working out of full guard here. Cormier gets up. He is back on the feet. Looked like he was in a submissive state on the ground, but he worked hard there to get back to the feet. Under 3 minutes now to go. Well, as my favorite rap group Onyx would say, stick and move, right? Beautiful slip off the center line there.
Yeah, what a great job of moving his head. It doesn't take much to avoid a punch.
That hook was bad.
Oh, tremendous vision and movement by him there.
That was a tremendous uppercut, and I think he's got it under control. He's in the zone, right? Sometimes you're just in the zone.
Oh, crucifix from the top position, DC. If you're on the bottom, what are you trying to do to get out?
On the bottom, you've got to start bridging. You've got to drive your feet and your heels into the mat. Start bridging and turning side to side, hoping that one of the arms slips through the cracks so that you can try to get back to a position where you can defend yourself.
Pineda's body really getting bruised up on that right side right now. Gotta figure out a way to lower the guard.
Changing the position.
Both fighters get up now. Oh, now gets an underhook to get a more dominant position. Less than a minute now to go in round 2. Slips that left hand. Man, imagine how quickly his hands must move at a buffet. Look at that cross.
I mean, he's got that cross going, man. It's all about the speed, setup, and timing. When you got them all, you can get the punch to the target.
Final seconds here. 10 minutes now. All right, so the takedown's the big storyline in that previous round. Let's look back at some of the highlights, DC.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Third round underway. Ooh, beautiful hook there. Cormier's eye now a factor in this fight. Looks as though it has been cut open.
Yes. Oh, that right hand hurt.
Cormier goes for the takedown. He misses. As yet, does not seem as though Pineda has been really impacted by any of these strikes.
He's been able to avoid the vast majority of them or take him on his shoulders like that. He kind of makes them skim off of him.
Fighters might get bonus checks by night's end. Back and forth action throughout.
I mean, we love it. We love when two guys are evenly matched. And tonight, these two are showing not only are they evenly matched, they're fighting at a level above anything we've ever seen them do.
Big ground strikes. Herb Dean steps in.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, a lot of history, a lot of connective tissue between these two welterweights, Kamaru Usman and Leon Edwards. It shall be done yet again tonight.
You know, these two guys, when they come together, it's very apparent when one is winning, because when Kamaru Usman's winning, he can secure takedowns. When he can't, he struggles with Leon Edwards and the striking ability of Leon Rocky Edwards. These two guys are two of the best welterweights in the world, and I'm so excited to see them locked in the octagon once again.
Well, as Colby Covington can attest, Kamaru Usman has no problem fighting on the feet for 25 minutes, but here he goes to the takedown, and it's there. Oh, how about that reversal here in round one? And if you're looking for respect on the ground in this type of matchup, that's how you get it.
That's exactly what you need to do. Go to the place where you're perceived to have a weakness and gain the advantage. Great job.
All right, so the narrative continues. Another good takedown by him here, but I got an idea. Maybe do something with it.
Yeah, come on, man. No more body head.
Usman ground and pound from half guard now. Let's see if he can do some damage.
Great job landing from the top position.
Again, not much defense there. Another ground strike gets through. Oh, another body shot gets through. Gotta think he's starting to feel those in the midsection.
Yeah, and you know, if you're the opponent also, you know that you're making that investment into the body. Even though you may not be able to see the work that you're doing yet, at some point, it's going to start to pay dividends.
Well, Usman's stance suggests that he's a striker and not a wrestler. Really fluid as he tries to get inside.
I love the way Usman still uses that wrestling, though, to his advantage. He always gives you feints to never allow the wrestling to not be on the front of your mind.
Oh, beautiful kick and management of range there.
Great job. Shot a double leg.
All right, right in his... Oh, slams him down, and he's got side mount now. And he's back up again. So the takedowns have been there, as have the get-ups. All right, so we're upright for now, but probably another takedown attempt here in the not-too-distant future.
Absolutely. But he's been so successful at it. Every time he shoots, he scores a takedown, so why would he change it? He should be shooting takedowns because his opponent has not shown an ability to stop him.
Oh, man, looks like he ate another body shot there. Can't absorb too many more of those.
I mean, you can tell that he's starting to feel it right in the midsection. You better start to tuck those elbows, or he's going to really struggle with that down the stretch.
That horn sounds means we have reached the end of round one. All right, so the round is over. You see, obviously, the fighter has a cut on his cheek sustained in that round, but better to be below the eye than above it. The cut man is in there trying to... All right, so there's the horn. Let us now look back at some of the action in that round, DC, and he had his takedown game going early on. All right, here we go now with round two. Kamaru Usman versus Leon Edwards. All right, next round is now underway. DC, any major takeaways after the previous 5 minutes?
That both of these guys are very evenly matched. The matchmaker did a fantastic job when they put these two in the octagon. Even though it wasn't crazy, you got to see high-level expression.
Another takedown for Kamaru Usman. This dude is an absolute beast, and really remarkable that his cardio is as good as it is, given the fact that injuries have prevented him from doing long-form running. Total maniac, total commitment to the game, and what an amazing showcase and representative of this UFC welterweight division. All right, so the... Mark Goddard, our referee for this one, as good as any man or woman in the business. Well, if you are to beat the great Alex Poatan Pereira, certainly would be helpful to have some of those Daniel Cormier takedowns tonight. He is facing a fellow striker. We'll see how it plays out.
And then you're up against it, because Alex Pereira versus the striker is a mismatch, because he's the best striker in the world. Pereira needs to rely on the weapons that he has accrued over the course of a lifetime of kickboxing.
Alex needs to be going forward. When he starts to find success, when he's going forward, he starts putting that jab on you.
I mean, he walked right into that one, John. It's a huge test, especially when it's this early in the fight.
Man, this is crazy. He's hurt, but he's still firing. All right, good lateral movement out of Vanderlei Silva. Tight guard, trying to find a home for that right hand.
When Vanderlei is at his best, he's very grounded, moving left, trying to put your lights out, and his head moves very well whenever he throws.
All right, so close call moments ago, champ, as he found a home for that strike early on. Now we'll see if his opponent can work his way back into this fight.
That was a very close call. He seemed to have him out of there, but his opponent's tough, right? He knew it would take more to finish this fight. Let's see if he can either finish him or if his opponent can find a way to work himself back into this fight.
Nice job mixing the strikes there. I bet he orders a combo meal when he goes fast food.
Every single time, John. He's pressing forward. He's not waiting in line. It better be empty. This guy's going to drive right through you. He's got a beautiful peekaboo style that allows for him to find a lot of success inside the octagon.
Silva's eye looks to have been cut open from one of those offerings.
He hasn't moved his head well. He was taking shots too clean.
Man, I'm not sure he knows where he is. He got absolutely loaded. Alex Poatan Pereira, as many style points as you could produce. Whoa!
What a fight. What a fight.
Herb Dean is your referee. He's the third man in the octagon tonight.
Good.
All right, here we go, round one. And you know as a promoter, when you book a fight with Tony Ferguson, you're getting action, you're getting entertainment. He needs a win, though, here tonight.
Yeah, he does. This is one of the greatest fighters that never held the Undisputed Championship. There was a time where Tony Ferguson was as feared as anyone who's ever seen inside of an octagon. Let's hope that tonight he can get back going in the right direction.
All right, so the boxer with a beautiful combination there and giving a lot of problems to this kickboxer here early on.
Well, the kickboxer wants to set his feet. He wants to be landing those kicks, getting damage off, but he can never do that because the boxer's constantly in his face and not throwing singular shots. He's throwing multiple to keep him moving back.
Oh, shit, completely into what Tiger would say.
Come right up the middle, up elbow. That's not a 12-6, that's more of a 6-12, but okay.
Just remarkable to see where Ferguson has come since season 13 of The Ultimate Fighter. Cerrone's eye looks to be cut open from one of those strikes.
He's taking shots over and over again to that area, and now he's dealing with a cut.
All right, so early round one action, and he's been a little bit inefficient when it comes to his striking game. He's going for broke.
Yeah, he's swinging,
Ooh.
but he's not having much success. Got to slow down a little bit, pace himself to make sure that he can fight the whole fight.
So maybe he didn't see that elbow coming, but you don't want to eat too many more of those. Tony Ferguson, I would think, DC, a hard guy to emulate in training just when it comes to the movement, the angles. You never really know which direction he's going to pursue.
No, you never know what he's doing. He's always switching his stances up because he wants to wrestle, but then he also wants to strike. I love a good check hook. It's a great shot for a high-level counter strike.
Oh, he's hurt for certain. Got to make an adjustment, I would think.
Yeah, this is the time for him to shoot for a takedown. Hoping that his opponent gets excited, overthrows, he's able to level change and take him to the mat.
90 seconds now to go in round one. Oh, nice job with the slip and dip there.
I mean, I love that. I love his ability to see punches coming in his direction and just slightly move to get his head off the center line.
Well, the cut man's getting excited, but nobody else is. That cut's getting worse by the minute.
Every time he gets hit there, it gets a little bit messier.
Would you listen to the clamor in this arena? Feels like we should just lay out and let it breathe.
This is absolutely crazy, John Anik.
20 seconds to go.
Nice punch to the head. Continuing to go to the head. Another good shot.
Round two, coming up. All right, there's the horn, and what a round, champ. We got to talk about the knockdown. When you knock somebody down like that, it got to be kind of fun to strut your way back to the store.
I mean, you are 10 foot tall. When you can drop another person with a strike, you are 10 foot tall. Now, the issue is he did not find the finish.
All right, round two is now upon us. Tony
Ready,
Ferguson and Donald Cowboy Cerrone. Ferguson's strike attempt there is blocked. Well done to catch the kick. We'll see what he can do with it. Starting to do some really significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there. Oh, they're trading huge shots here. We'll see who's the last man standing. Oh! Man, look at the redness now, almost immediately on the right side of his body. Oh, a nice land there. Using his stamina, too, a little bit effectively.
And against most, he's got an advantage. But tonight it's very clear that he is the more well-conditioned fighter. It's time for him to pounce.
A lot of young fighters will go crazy trying to finish there. You get a guy hurt, but instead of trying to go crazy and maybe get caught with something, he took his time.
Oh, another dynamic strike there from Tony Ferguson, former football player, baseball player, collegiate wrestler. Great dancer, too, by the way, DC. This is a man who is truly a plus athlete who can do it all. Under 3 minutes now to go.
Oh, huge connection there. He landed it perfectly.
On the feet now.
Yeah, he's starting to feel himself. That shot will allow for him to reset his mind. Like, okay, I can compete with this guy. Now he's got some respect. Let's see what he does with it.
Well, the full arsenal on display here. 78 total strikes have landed for Donald Cerrone. And the connection rate pretty good. 44% accuracy tonight against Tony Ferguson. Oh, there it is again, right cross from Tony Ferguson. You know his baseball background. He kind of throws that a little bit like a fastball.
He does. You know, Tony Ferguson is an amazing fighter. And when he was on his run, he was also...
Excuse me, huge shot lands there. Oh, another heavy shot gets through.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
All right, so here we are from the world's most famous arena. It is, of course, Madison Square Garden. This is where the Thug Rose scene went down, DC.
This is
where that connection only found one might get a finish here.
I mean, that was beautiful. Double leg shot.
The crowd really enjoyed that one. What goes up must come down. Man, I mean, what would that do to me? I'd be out like half a year, bro.
You'd be done, John. You would not be calling fights. You would not be working anymore. Your back would be out. But people get mad when somebody wrestles too much, but they always enjoy slams like that.
Oh, and he escapes up to his feet. Oh, slams him down with authority, DC. Now we'll see what he can do with it, but certainly an impactful moment in the round.
He slams him down with so much conviction, and nothing is more discouraging for your opponent than being lifted up off of his feet and then slammed back down to the mat. All right, now here he goes, working out of the half guard.
Looking for the submission once again.
He's fighting. He wants this very bad. In good position to try to get a Kimura finish. He's got to take his time now.
There's the tap. Ladies and gentlemen.
Unbelievable.
What a moment for this fighter here tonight. Called his shot, gets the win by way of submission. That after party's going to be on fire.
He got to his position. He found the submission. He squeezed and got it done. It was amazing to watch, and it was amazing to be a part of the